Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. So, alright, for today's video, yes, I'm still continuing with the whole Mummy series, of course, with the Scorpion King. Yes, sirree. So, alright, I just thought I'd talk about the other movies while I'm at it. Might as well just finish it off, I guess. I reckon. But yeah, like I said, the Scorpion King starring The Rock. Yeah, the one wrestler individual. Anyway, it's an action-packed adventure. It has his character, so he was introduced in The Mummy Returns. So I just thought I would just continue this for that reason. So since technically this takes place in the same continuity as that, so I don't see why I wouldn't talk about this anyway. So yeah, I know continuity wise, I know the Mummy 3 was technically the last uh, entry of the series on this Scorpion King movies are like prequels or whatever. Okay, sure, why not? Anyway, nevertheless, as always, of course, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So let's get into it. Oh, definitely. This story takes place, let's just say, more than several thousand years before the events of the Mummy and the Mummy Returns, I guess you can say, revealing the origins of this certain individual, obviously. So yeah, we still got this whole thing with the period of Egypt and all that. Of course, that's gonna be taking place with that kind of a thing. So okay, there was this warriors from the east, led by this individual, invades and pretty much attempts to conquer almost the entire local tribes. No tribe is willing to fight this individual, as his sorcery can foresee any attack. So we just make things rather complicated. So we gotta have to. I guess we have to have this difficult villain type character. Sure, why not? And that is definitely is a thing here, quite obviously. So there was this desert war that rises up against the evil army that is destroying his homeland, and he captures the enemy's key sorcerer and takes her deep into the desert and prepares for the final showdown. And that's pretty much what this is pretty much centered around with, really, at the end of the day. Very straightforward stuff, actually. That's about it, really. Yeah, it's just this big, crazy adventure set in ancient time. And let's just say that things get pretty crazy. There's gonna be lots of fighting, as you might expect, and lots of crazy stuff going on, quite obviously. So anyway, that's definitely is a thing when it comes to these types of movies. It's pretty much what you've seen the other movies, and it's gonna be. It does what it's supposed to. It gets the job done. So what they do have here is serviceable, and considering what it's trying to do for its genre, it's fine. All things considered, is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, yes, quite obviously, it's a very straightforward storyline. There's nothing really too deep going on here. Not really. But yes, given the setting, given the what they were trying to aim for, a bunch of kind of lost civilization kind of a thing, I guess. Something about to do with emperors or whatever. Yeah, that's is what is going on here. There's this lonely hero who tries to stop the bad person. Maybe there's a blend of touch of magic here and there, just that kind of thing, whatever. So there's that. But okay, it's a pretty much a simple action movie and whatnot, and it does what it's supposed to. As I'm saying, it does what it's supposed to. It does put me in the mind of those Red Sonja comics, stories I've read a while back. So I guess that's something. That's not a stab towards that comic book line or anything. It just puts me in that setting, the way that style is done, the overall action adventure type of thing. So I guess that could be a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that, really. Anywho, so ultimately, what I can say is this: it's it's of course, it's very cliched. It's not very imaginative whatsoever at all. There's like eye candy when it comes to the action set pieces, of course. And that's if that's enough for you, then there you go. I mean, I guess the film doesn't pretend to be any more than what it is, and I guess that's it. I suppose. I mean, yes, okay, maybe could have been maybe be polished out a bit here and there. Sure, maybe I can make that argument there. Sure, but this film knows what it's trying to do. It knows exactly what it's trying to accomplish. So I guess could give some credit for that. I suppose it's not trying to be some pretentious art piece of any kind. And yes, that should count for something as far as I'm concerned, anyway. So there you go. I reckon. Ultimately, folks, I can say that if you enjoy the Mummy movies, this isn't really that far off. Not really. It's more or less in the same kind of vein of that. So it's just one of these kinds of things that you've seen one, you've seen them all. Yeah, it's that predictable. But again, it's not trying to be any more than what it has delivered. The acting, for the most part, is decent, I suppose. The acting, for the most part, is actually pretty solid, especially from the guy who is known as The Rock. He does actually some decent work here as far as acting goes in action movies. Yes, of course, I was not expecting a whole lot when it comes to acting, but it is nice when some effort is actually being done here. And I like that. I like the fact that some effort being done here and there. I mean, yes, of course, this wouldn't it would not win any awards for acting, that's for damn sure. Of course. I'm just saying. There's plenty of action throughout this movie, so again, that counts for something as well. At least it's not slow or anything. So there's that. All I can really say is it's it's okay. It's okay. Again, I wasn't expecting much, but it didn't blow my mind or anything. I'll give this film an overall rating of a 5.0 out of 10. It's a 5.0 out of 10 for me. So, of course, as always, thanks for watching. Take care. See ya. Oh, yeah.